Tanya Barnett Show. It's the 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 Tanya. When we talk about real things, talk about life things. The 21st century woman gotta get right. Entrepreneurship, motherhood, marriage, divorce, dating, healthy living, and thriving, of course. It's the Tanya Barnett Show. It's the Tanya Barnett Show.
Hey there, this is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show, where we discuss the unique challenges of the 21st century women. So buckle up and get ready, sister, to get your life right.
It's the Tanya Barnett Show. It's the Tanya Barnett Show. It's the Tanya Barnett Show. It's the Tanya.
Hey everybody, this is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show, the flyest talk show on the internet. Happy post-Thanksgiving. I hope you all are feeling well. I felt terrible, so I went to the gym this morning. I've been eating nothing but green stuff since Friday, okay? So I gained some weight. I don't even want to tell y'all how many pounds I gained, but I knew it. I was purposeful about it because my daddy's homemade sweet potato pie, I mean, you just got to eat like half of it. You just have to. There's just no way around that. So welcome back. I hope you are refreshed. I hope you feel super loved. Spending time with your family over the Thanksgiving break. And we are here at the Tanya Barnett Show. And guess what? It is my birthday week. I have a birthday in 2 days. So I'm really excited. I have a special guest in studio today. So y'all know how we do when we're in studio. We are on Facebook Live. So if you're on Facebook Live, make sure you share this out. Share this with your friends. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight on the Tanya Barnett Show. And so I'm just really excited because here we discuss the unique challenges of the 21st century woman. And my guest tonight, she is all that in a bag of chips. You're going to love her. Her sister was here a couple of weeks ago. Y'all saw the energy. I think she's like 10 times that. I'm just keeping it real, okay? So you're going to have a lot of fun with my special guest. After this break, we're going to do She's Gotta Have It, which is my favorite part of the Tanya Barnett Show. See you in a second.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio.
Hey, welcome back to the Tanya Barnett Show, the flyest talk show on the internet. I'm super excited. You all know how much I love She's Gotta Have It. She's Gotta Have It. And you know what? It's trending on Netflix. It was also trending on Twitter. And that is one of my segments here, She's Gotta Have It, where I feature black businesses that I have to have, that I actually purchase their products and I use their products, okay? So I don't just tell you to do it. I actually live what I preach. So today, I have none other than these yummy candles by Savoy Scents. That's none other than my girl, Shanice Griffith. And this right here is called Mother's Love Magnolia Orange Blossom. This was in a Mother's Day box. So the beautiful thing about what she does and Savoy Scents does is they will actually customize their candles if you have a subscription box. So I know some of you have subscription box services out there. Make sure you reach out to Savoy Scents. They will custom the scents for you, for your boxes. They will do all types of events for you. If you have baby showers, things of that nature, they will customize these for you. And these candles burn for a long time. So this was inside a subscription box, Savoy Scents. And then this is an 8-ounce candle. And this is French vanilla. I love anything vanilla. This is a nice size candle. Okay. And so today's Cyber Monday. Make sure you go out and not go out, but you go online and you support this black business, Savoy Scents. And I'm telling you, they have some fantastic, and these are natural soy candles. And I believe someone said that you can use it as massage oil when it gets when it's hot. So dual purpose here. Smells good, and you can get you a rub down, all right? So make sure you check out Savoy Scents. That is my She's Gotta Have It here on the Tanya Barnett Show. And right after this really, really quick break, y'all, I'm going really fast because I cannot wait to get my special guest on here tonight. My special guest is going to be right here with us in studio, none other than the fantastic, fantabulous Julian B. Kiganda, right here on the Tanya Barnett Show. See you in a minute.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio.
Hey, everybody. I couldn't even get a word out, and she's already started. I mean, this is what I love about her. I am so excited about my special guest tonight, none other than the fantastic Julian B. Kiganda.
Hey, everybody. It's so good to see you all be here on the show with my girl, Tanya. Yo, anybody who has seen the advertisement for the show knows we're about to turn it up tonight.
Yes.
Because I have no behavior.
None. And my brother just called during Facebook Live. So I apologize, Facebook Live world. I don't know why. He knows I have my show at 8 o'clock. So back to you who are watching live. This is none other than, I said, Julian B. Kiganda. She is my mentor. She is a sister friend. And she is the reason why I'm here. Even though she hates for me to say that, it's the truth. And Julian, can you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself?
I'm going to tell them about myself, but I want to first tell them about how we met.
Okay.
Because I love telling this story.
Okay, go for it.
I love telling the story. And I always ask Tanya for permission because it can be a little, sometimes you can get annoyed when you tell stories. Like I know my siblings do that, but she don't mind because she knows it's real talk.
Right.
So Tanya and I met at an expo where she was exhibiting her Tots for Teens. I mean, it was a Tots for Teens expo, but she was exhibiting her books. Oh my gosh, girl.
Forever Free Books.
Forever Free Books. How am I going to forget that? So she was exhibiting Forever Free Books, and I came by her table, and I was like, and this is like 3 years ago, I think.
Yes.
3 years ago. Because our book had just come out. Not that long. Yeah. So 3 years ago, walked up to her table. I was like, oh, these books are free? She's like, yeah, they're free. And I heard about the mission of her organization. She wanted to give books to children who didn't have the money to get real books in their household. And I was just so impressed by what she did that I said, you know what, my sister, Christine, is managing the social media for this event. So I want to make sure that I connect you all so she can go ahead and, you know, shout you out on social media. So she did that. They connected, and I gave her my contact. But you know how it is when you give people your contact, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be in touch. And I gave her the information about our book. Yeah, I'm going to check out your book. But, you know, people are all talk, right? So I didn't expect anything. Let me tell y'all something. Next thing I knew, she was tweeting us out. She had bought the book, tweeting out all the chapters. Following us. Ooh.
See how people do?
Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot to turn off my ringer. That was my sister calling. Sorry Sorry about that. But she was just all over us on social media. And so I jokingly said to my sister, who just rang, I said to her, sis, I think we have a stalker. And she was like, really? So we just looked, and then from there, I mean, we just connected. And I loved her tenacity. I loved her passion, her authenticity. And it's just been a blessing getting to know this amazing, y'all don't even know Miss Tanya right here. But being able to work with her, we worked together on your first book, which was exciting.
Yes.
And just one of the most gracious people that you will ever know. So I wanted to first say that because I want to honor this lady right here.
Aww.
She works hard, y'all. She works hard. I see her. And yes, she did ask me to be her mentor a couple of years ago. I helped her publish her, but where is your book anyway?
It's right here.
Right here. Oh, there you go.
Hold it up. She actually designed the cover for my book.
Helped her finish. She had 2 chapters of this book written, and she's like, I don't know if anybody's going to want to read it. I'm like, girl, you better come on, finish this book. And that book has changed lives. It has changed lives. And so that's a great intro to what I do. I help design, build, and fix brands. And I'm passionate about creating brands with soul that are purpose-driven, that help transform lives, really. I mean, that's really what I do. And that's how I work with Tanya. That's how I work with my clients. I've worked with a number of different authors now to help them publish their stories and help change lives in their own right. And that just gets me excited. So, I mean, that's just a little bit. We can talk some more about it, but, just a snippet.
Awesome. So what you said was key about being tenacious and going after what you want and what you need. And what I share, my part of the story is when I connected with Julie and Christine, it was like I was thirsty and they were that drop of water or what I was looking for at that moment in my life. I didn't know what that was that I was looking for, but they fulfill that. And so I would encourage you, if you're in a dry place right now in your life, seek out those people who have what you need. But you have to start from a relationship. So actually, I just saw Lovey posted today. Don't be hitting people up, talking about, can you support my fundraiser? And I haven't heard from you in 3 years. Really build a relationship. And that's what I feel like I did. Yes. But in the process of that, also reading the book, it changed my life. So I had to do some work as well. The onus wasn't on Julian. It was really on me to do the work. So that segues into the book. All right. So can you tell them a little bit about the book?
Absolutely. Because I love talking about shoes. Whose shoes are you wearing? So my sister Christine and I, in mid 2013, we were talking, and she actually came to me, and she always disputes this account, but this is really what happened.
Are you listening?
This is really what happened. She can say whatever she wants. She can say whatever she wants. I know she's watching on Facebook Live. I'm gonna say it anyway. So she came to me and she said, Julie, and I work with a lot of moms. I work with a lot of women, and I'm trying to find a tool that I can give them where I don't have to be there, but it's something that they can use to help transform their lives. And I said, Chrissy, you talk transformation. I talk transformation. Why don't we write a book about transformation? Now, let me just tell you, this woman has known me all my life, my sister. And in her mind, for some reason, she claims she thought I said ebook. That never happened. When I do things, it's all about going big or going home. Like, right. I ain't got time for ebooks. I mean, yes, there's some good ebooks out there, but I'm talking about a real book. And so, once we started working on it, she was like, oh, she was serious. Like, we doing this.
Right.
And we wrote this book in 6 weeks, you all. Wrote this book in 6 weeks. And here's the thing about writing a book, especially if it's something that is on personal development. The thing that my sister and I found out really quickly as we were writing our book is that, if you're not going to sit there and put it all out there and be real and authentic about your story, don't bother. It's a waste of time. Wow. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of resources.
Wow.
Because you are skimping out on giving people what they might need to transform their own lives.
Wow.
So throughout the entire process, girl, we were like, all right, we reading through each other's chapters like, sis, what happened here? Like, why are you not telling the whole story?
Wow.
Do I really need to tell that? And we'd remind each other, it's not about you, boo.
Right.
It ain't about you.
Right.
So we literally did that back and forth for, oh my goodness, it's over the course of 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, and we edited.
Wow.
Came out. We started promoting in January. Book launch was in May 2014, and it was sold out.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
saw
amazing.
those pictures. It was very sold out.
It was
And you
amazing.
know, the beautiful thing that you just talked about is when you put your story out there, you have to give the truth.
Tell the truth.
And initially with my book, because I talk about marriage, my husband was like, yo, can you take that part out and put this in? I'm like, no, I have to put all the truth in so that people can, number one, connect with it, which they did.
Yep.
And then it also helped people. So I like that you said that. So don't be wasting time, y'all. Don't
waste
just be
time.
putting out stuff unless it's fiction. Now fiction, you know, it is what it is.
That's different, right?
But don't be skimping, don't be lying, test the lying and all that.
Tell the truth to shame the devil. Just shame the devil.
Right. And it helps people. I mean, that
It
book
does.
helped me.
Yeah.
It changed my life.
Yeah. Well, and you know, here's the interesting thing, you know, because we wrote this book. One of the reasons why we wrote this book the way we did, if you look at the cover, you'll see that we have African skirts on the front. So we are originally from East Africa. That is our heritage, from Uganda. And so we both of us are big on personal development and seeking out resources to help us just become a better person than who we are. And we could never really find anything that spoke to us from a cultural perspective.
Wow. Okay.
So we wrote our book from a cultural perspective, and we talked about what it was like growing up as African children in American society.
I like that when you're talking about you changed your name.
Oh, girl. Y'all want to hear about how I changed my name now? No behavior. So I'm going to tell the story.
Okay,
'cause
go
I'm
for
the-
it.
you know,
Hey,
I-
it's the Tanya Barnett show.
Girl, how much time we got? Because
we got about 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much time we got left?
About 40.
Okay, 40 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this quick. So one of the stories that I tell in the book, and the book is really about why we call it "Whose Shoes Are You Wearing?" is because we want people to start walking in their own shoes. Most of the times, we wake up halfway in our lives and we realize we're not even rocking the shoes that we were meant to wear. The shoes that we
Wow.
wear,
That was me.
they don't fit us.
That was me.
They causing us to have bunions because they're too small. They were meant for somebody else, but yet we
Wow.
sitting there trying to rock them, right? Getting all kinds of
Wow.
bruises and calluses and all that for no reason.
Wow.
Because they weren't meant for you.
Right.
They weren't meant
That's
for you.
heavy.
Let me tell you. And the first chapter of this book, which people always laugh when we talk about it, but it's called Keeping It Real, Removing the Weave, the Lashes, and the Heels.
Wow.
And let me-
The weave, I don't have to worry about that.
You, no, you don't, because you got your hands, girl.
Right.
But I know your challenge in terms of just being able to rock your bald, which you look amazing with.
Oh, thank
like
you.
you are one of the most beautiful bald women I know.
Thank you.
And I told you before, you actually look better without your hair than you do.
You've I think you say that every time we talk.
I
Every
do,
time we
because
talk.
you just do.
Right.
You do. But really the book was just about helping women discover who they were meant to be. And that first chapter is about removing that mask. You know, we all wear masks every day.
Wow.
Sometimes they're necessary, more often than not. They're doing us more harm than good. And so one of my masks was trying to be too much of something that I wasn't, in terms of, okay, I was raised African, born and, you know, I won't say bred because I was raised here in the States, but I didn't like my name. And so in third grade, now my first name being Julian, Mommy, Daddy, if you watching this, I love you. I love you. Don't take it personal. But they know the story because they read the
Right.
book. They weren't too happy when they first read the book. That's a whole other story.
Right.
Told you I got stories. So I tried to change my name in third grade. And I was just a really smart kid. So I was like, I'm going to be really, really smart. Like, I'm not even going to change it that much. I'm just going to go from Julian to Juliet. Boom. Just two letters.
That seemed logical.
2 letters, right?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even that big a deal. Like, ain't nobody worried about birth certificates and
Right.
all the documents it has. No, it just wasn't that serious. In my third grade mind, it just made sense because I got tired of being called a boy, right? So Julian is a common name, maybe not as common, but it's definitely more common in Uganda for a female than it is in the States. Like, I had never met another female Julian.
Okay.
So couple that on top of, you know, walk around with like this little 1-inch afro. I should have bought a picture of what I look like because I got some throwback photos. But I would sometimes, people would stop and be like, are you a boy or a girl?
Wow.
So imagine what that does to your self-esteem.
That's tough.
And I said, you know what? we about to change some things. We about to do some things. So I started signing all my papers in 3rd grade with Juliet instead of Julian. And mind you, I was like a straight A student. So I was like, my parents ain't even going to care. Because they just going to see the A be like, yes. Like, that's all they was going to do, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I bring my papers, a stack of papers I brought home, and I gave them to my mama. I'm like, Mommy, here are my papers from school. And so she's taking them, and she's real quiet. And I'm thinking, oh, she must be like super proud. And I got creative with my name too. Like,
right.
Let me tell you, she looked at all them papers, she put them down. She looked at me with that look only mothers can give. Y'all know that look. And she said to me, Julian, what is this? What is this? And I was like, those are my papers from school. No. What is this? Man, she pointed to where I had written Juliet instead of Julian. And I was like, oh, I was just trying something different. Like, I never want to see this again. Go and get that eraser. I want you to erase all of these and put your proper name. We gave you a name for a reason. Don't you ever let me see this again. Let me tell y'all something. I was quick to get that eraser because I'm like, that was better than getting a beating. So I got that eraser. Right. I changed that name.
Julian real quick.
And I was Julian real quick.
Wow.
I was Julian real quick. Wow. But even after that, it still took me a really long time to embrace all of who I was, including my name.
Wow.
A real long time. Wow. But now I love it.
Right.
Now I love it.
Yeah.
Because I had to.
Wow. If that is resonating with you on Facebook Live, either Julian's or mine, just comment on that. I mean, that is just heavy because a lesson that you learned in 3rd grade, some women are struggling with in their 40s, in their 50s.
Yeah.
Okay? That's heavy.
Yeah, it can be. It can definitely be heavy. And that's why, that's really part of why we wrote the book. Because we recognize, okay, if we're having these struggles, there must be other women who are having these same challenges. Right. And so although we wrote the book for women, and in particular women of color, we had women from all walks of life come to us. Great. Asian, Hispanic, Caucasian, Caribbean, you name it, all walks of life, but not even just women. We gave a copy of this book to our pastor. He read the book and gave us the most amazing testimonial. Wow. It was like a one page testimonial in an email. And he bought 14 copies to give out to people that he counseled.
Whoa. So
we had men coming to us and telling us this book blessed them. So let me tell y'all right now, if you have not gotten your copy of Who's Shoes, and I'm not just saying this because sometimes I got to go back and read this book myself as a reminder. I really believe, as my sister and I were writing this book, it was inspired by the Holy Spirit. Because I read some of the stuff, I'm like, I wrote that? Girl, you wrote that? But for real, this book has been a blessing to so many people. There's so many stories, so many testimonials, 40 plus 5-star Amazon reviews.
Wow.
That's
great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, says it all.
And it changed my life. And so I am eternally grateful because of that book.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen.
So, Julian, we're talking about walking in our shoes.
Yes, we are.
And being our authentic selves.
Let's talk about
after
it.
This break, we're going to come back and talk about being our authentic selves.
Yep.
All right. This is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show. We'll see you right after this break.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio.
Everybody, welcome back to the Tanya Barnett Show, the flyest talk show on the internet. I am your host, Tanya Barnett, and my special guest tonight is none other than the fabulous Julian B. Kiganda. I love saying her name, especially the B part. It just does
brings it all
something for me.
together.
Yes,
Just
it
brings it all
does. It
together.
does. I'm glad you didn't, because I don't like Juliet.
You don't like Juliet?
No.
I thought it was cute at the time, but
Yeah.
I'm good with my
Yeah,
name now.
I like Juliet. So we're talking about being our authentic selves and walking in our own shoes.
Let's talk about it.
And so what I'm finding, especially now as people are becoming more successful and being more seen, that people are imitating people. You know, and I think there's a saying called "Let's collaborate before you copy."
Yes, I've heard that before.
Yeah. So, why do you think some people imitate what other people are doing? I mean, like that happened to me. I'm not gonna give specifics.
Right.
And you and I talked about it, and so that happened to me. Someone took what I was doing and turned it into her own thing, and was on social media doing, basically imitating what I was doing.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is, I got a long thought on that.
Okay.
Because my whole thing is, again, if we're talking about walking in your shoes, I believe that every single one of us, and I know Steve Harvey talks about this all the time, every single one of us has been gifted with talents, with visions, with things that are unique to us. It is our own unique fingerprint we're supposed to put on this world. But what I believe happens is, one, people become too insecure about their own gifts and talents to really play them full out in their own lives.
Wow.
I think that's one.
Okay.
I think the other thing is they just lazy. Like they just lazy.
Wow.
They just
LAZY.
LAZY double Y.
Wow.
Because it's a long lazy. No, let me stop playing. But for real, my sister and I just experienced this recently where we have been, you know, I'm going to talk about the planner now.
Okay. Yes. The planner.
So some of you all on our Facebook Live have seen our
And have been in.
Yes. And some of y'all watching the Tanya Barnett show have seen our 2017 Who's Shoes planner, because we have been blowing it up all over the place over the past month. And for good reason, because this planner is a bomb.
Yes,
and I'm
it
not
is.
saying that from a seat. Tanya, you know, we got testimonials from people. Tanya, in fact, we took some suggestions from her. We incorporated them into our planner because she just had some really great ways in how we can make this planner even more productive for the women that used it. But this planner, we're actually in our 4th edition. So 2018 is going to be our 4th edition of our planner. Yes!
Yes. I think this will be my 3rd one that I purchased.
I think so.
Yes.
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 So you were in the second one.
We're getting hearts on Facebook.
I
Live. They
love
like
it.
that. Yes.
It's
Fourth
the
one.
bomb.
Yes, it
we
is
got,
the bomb.
We got testimonials. We got testimonies all over Facebook Live of women who have used this planner, and it is changing lives. And one of the reasons why we created the planner was because when we wrote the book, we realized it's great to have a book that you read, but we wanted to have a way where the message of transformation and purpose would stay with you throughout the year. So my sister and I co-created this planner, and it is, when I say it's a bomb, I mean, first of all, people love the cover.
Yes.
That's great, because, you know, we like having pretty but practical things.
And you know what I like too? I like that you put it out there for people to say, hey, ladies, which cover appeals to you the most?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that. They don't engage the community. They just put a product out and just, you know, hope that people like it.
Yeah. And see, that's an important part of this whole process of transformation. You really do need community if you're going to be making any kind of change in your lives. I think that's a mistake a lot of people make, is they try to do it by themselves.
Wow.
So another thing we decided to do with the planner was, for everyone who purchased one, we actually created a Facebook group, a special private Facebook group that provides accountability, support, cheerleaders when you need them, to just keep you moving along in your goals. And I'm telling you, we started doing that this year with this planner. It has made all the difference.
Yes.
All the difference. I mean,
Yes.
why don't you tell about like what you've gotten out of that group? Because
I think for me, I know when I was trying to do my first webinar, and my confidence, I just didn't have the confidence to do it. I saw all these other fly people doing webinars, and so I went into the group and asked the women their opinion about different things, and then I was even given the permission to post the link for it. And just in that group alone, I had over 30 women not only sign up for the webinar, but show up for the webinar. And I got feedback. And so for me, it really is a great space to go in and talk about your insecurities.
Yep.
And it's a safe space. So then you go in and people are like, hey, you got this. Come on, let's go. What do you need?
Yes.
Do I need to reach out to you, on Messenger or something like that? So to me, it really is a community where you're not allowed to fail.
That's it.
You're not allowed to fail. Everyone, I mean, after you all said just put it out there, put the link out there, people started signing up. But it was like I was struggling in my brain to get over that fear, and you all pushed me past the fear.
And that's it, because the last chapter in our book is do it afraid.
Yes.
That is a major motto in our group. And so part of doing it afraid is, first of all, you got to set your vision. So in our planner, we have you set your vision for the year, because the Lord said, what he say? What he say?
Write the vision and make it plain.
Write the vision and make it plain. So without having your vision written down, it makes it very difficult for you to actually even know what you're working towards. So we have you write your vision. We have you write your goals for the year. And then every single month, we have both an inspiring story by a dynamic woman who has overcome some major obstacles to walk in her purpose. And I'm telling you, like, these stories, every year it just gets better. Tanya was in our 2015, I think. 2016. She was in our 2016 planner. And every year we have 12 new stories. And that's one of the things that a lot of women tell us that helps them keep going, because once you see success modeled in front of you and how to overcome obstacles, you realize, well, you know what? You can actually model that same behavior to achieve what you're looking to achieve. So, I mean, there's so many great things in here. Productivity tips, success tips. We have every month you have to write down 3 action steps that you're going to take every month, and then you write down the results. And I know the one thing that women really love about this planner is the fact that we have you celebrate your successes every month. Because, you and I, girl, I know we type A, like type A+++. I ain't even gonna lie. I know this already. I know my sister has no problem agreeing with me that I am type A++.
I am.
So we're those kind of people who we will just keep going and not even think about like what we're doing. We just keep moving, and then we wonder why we're so tired because we didn't bother celebrating everything that we've accomplished.
That is so
along the way.
So true.
It makes such a big difference. So one of the reasons why I'm gonna go back to your original question now, because I wanted to give a little explanation there. But one of the reasons why we wrote the book and created the planner is to help people walk and discover their purpose, walk in and discover their purpose. Because what I find is there's a lot of people out here who they're taking fake it till you make it to a whole different level. Wow. And I have posted this today on my social media pages because I think it's such an important discussion to have, right? I posted that when you're building your brand, keep in mind that imitation is not flattery. Right. It's laziness. So here's the thing. There's a difference between imitation and inspiration. Right. And I believe that you can take something somebody has created and say, it's kind of cute. I'm going to pull this one or two things, and then I'm going to create something completely different, put my stuff on it, put my thing on it, put my stamp on it, put my soul in it. Right. But when you go and you pretty much do the exact same thing that somebody else has done and just, change a couple words here and there and hope nobody going to notice, and it's the exact same concept, I have a problem with that. Right. Because, and it's not so much that I'm mad that you did it. I'm mad that you didn't take the time to really figure out, well, what am I supposed to be doing insteed of borrowing somebody else's purpose? Right. And that's what happens.
Wow, that's heavy.
That's
borrowing somebody else's purpose.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
I don't even know how you could do that.
People do it all the time. All day, every day.
That happened to me this summer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That is, it's sad.
It is.
Because I want everybody to win, but I want you to win on your own laurels.
That's
now,
exactly
now, if you need my help or you want me to, get in there and give you some suggestions and I'm cool with it, or run it past me, that's the other thing. I know with my book project that I was working on, there was one young lady that I asked to be a part of my book project, and she told me straight up, let me check with so-and-so because I'm supposed to be a part of their book project to see if there's a conflict. And so she came back and was like, no, they said they're cool with it. No problem.
That's a respectful thing to do. Yes.
Right.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And, you know, the biggest thing about that whole thing is that what you and I have come to find is that it is a small world, and it's getting smaller and smaller every day. Social media has us connected, really not even 6 degrees. It used to be 6 degrees of separation.
I think it's like
1 or 2.
Yeah, it really
it's like
is
1 or 2. Like literally, if you went through all your friends, you could
Especially
probably
when you
find
go on
somebody.
LinkedIn. Oh my God,
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I found somebody today I connected with. We got 200 connections in common. Girl, I was like, okay, we might as well be related. But because it's such a small community, everybody knows each other. People talk.
Yep.
And when, again, I'm going to go back to your brand, because people don't understand that your brand is your reputation. When I talk about branding, when I help my clients build their brands, I always say your brand is your reputation. And your reputation is made up of everything that you say, you do, you put out, you know, how you dress, how you speak when you go out, how you present yourself to the world. And so if people start seeing you a certain way, that's going to taint everything else that you're trying to do.
Right.
So do the work. I mean, that's all I can say. And that's why I respect you so much, Tanya, because you have done the work. I have seen where you started from to where you are. Girl, you work hard. And so I think people need to understand that when people see you with this amazing show and all the things that you're doing and all the places that you spoke, you just had this TED Talk, girl.
Yes.
She did a TED Talk. Was that like 2 weeks ago?
November 1st or 2nd. Oh,
was
that's
it that
me on
long
the
ago?
screen. Yes.
Wow,
yes.
yes. That TED Talk was amazing. But you did the work to get there. Nobody gave you any handouts. Nobody, you know, you ain't go and take somebody else's idea and say, I'm going to run with it and do the exact same thing. You're not going to get the same results.
Right.
So just be willing to do the work. That's all we're trying to say.
Absolutely, absolutely. And sidebar, TED Talk. I have a webinar tomorrow night. What's that? November 28th. You can hit me up at bit.ly/TEDx with Tanya. TEDx with Tanya. So make sure it's only $27. That's a $70 savings. Oh, there we go. Yes. So TEDx with Tanya, that starts tomorrow. There is a replay. So I have several people that have registered that said they cannot attend at that time, but there will be a replay, so you can actually download the replay. So yes, make sure you jump on that because that price is going up. Sure is. So right after this break, we're going to ask Julianne a couple questions about how she finds time for herself with everything she does for everybody else. Right here on the Tanya Barnett Show. See you in a minute.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision, Listen Vision, Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. Listen Vision, Listen Vision,
Hey everybody, this is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show, the flyest talk show on the internet. My special guest tonight is none other than the flyest Julianne B. Kiganda.
I like that.
Yes, and she's going to have some moves for y'all a little bit after the next break. So I'm really excited about that. So Julianne, how do you find time for yourself? Because you do pour into creating, I'm going to show these to the Facebook Live people over here, beautiful book covers. You just recently did a job with Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, yeah.
Yes. So Steve Harvey's new book, Jump, and his
the annual
Act Like a
planner.
Success.
Yeah, Act Like a Success.
So she created all of those things with Steve Harvey. And so I'm sure there's like tight deadlines and all of that going on. How do you find time for yourself?
That's a really good question. I think the key is for self-care, quite honestly, I think sometimes, especially as women, because we have kids, I have a 13-year-old daughter. Yes, she's 13. That don't mean nothing because I hear all day, every day, mommy, 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 mommy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And I just started homeschooling her this year, so I'm hearing it extra. Mommy, mommy.
I love homeschooling. I miss it.
Oh, gosh. But yeah, so I homeschool her, and then I got my clients. And I think the key is not waiting for, like, this big chunk of time to take care of yourself. Like, don't wait for that 2-day weekend or that 1 week getaway for you. You got to take those mini breaks, like, every day.
Hey, Diana.
Throughout the day.
I'm sorry. Hey, Diana.
Oh, hey, Diana. But you got to take those little breaks, like, throughout the day. So for me, one way that I just settle my spirit is the first thing I do when I wake up, I lay in bed for probably a good hour, and I'm just having my conversation with God. I'm doing my meditation. I'm doing my prayer. I'm setting my intentions for the day. I'm praying for other people.
That's good.
But that whole thing just gets my mind settled for the day. And then while I'm getting ready, I got my praise music on. I'm just doing
She always moving, y'all.
I am. I can't help it. But I got a song for everything. You should see my sister now. We did a Facebook Live and a Periscope this weekend, and I had a song for everything.
Right.
Like, I can't help it.
She came to my house and had a song. I think she was at my house like 4 hours and had a song for everything. Everything, y'all. A song for everything. 4 hours. 4 hours of her singing and talking.
That's just how I can't help it. I can't help it. So I think that's one. I mean, I think it's important every day, right, to make time. I'm usually trying to be up by 5:30. So, wake up, do that time. And then I'll go to the gym. Like, the gym is also my meditation time because I have my headphones on. I'm focused. I'm doing my thing. That is my time. And then, treating yourself every now and then. I just took a trip to Chicago a couple weekends ago.
Yes, she did.
To visit some friends and surprise clients of mine for their book launch that I helped them with. And that was just a great way to just reset. Like, my girlfriend that I stayed with in Jerry, oh my goodness, she has affirmations. I'm about to definitely copy this idea. But she has affirmations on almost every wall in her house.
Wow.
And I will tell you, stepping into that house with all those affirmations everywhere, her bedroom, her bathroom, you name it.
Wow.
It just shifted the energy in that space. It just shifted the energy in that space. Oh my goodness. It's a powerful thing.
Okay.
And so, also taking time to visit friends and do that kind of thing because you do need that reset. But I know with me, I found that I normally can't take longer than 7 days off because I start itching to get back to work. My mind is like racing, like, oh, this is what I got to do and this is what I could do. And I'm a creative, so I'm always creating something in my mind. But I think the most important thing when it comes to self-care is finding time in little spaces every single day to do something for yourself.
Awesome. And that's really important, especially for busy women, and I like the fact if, you take time out for your clients as well. Oh, yeah. Like Diana, who's on Facebook Live right now, you were at her book launch, you were at my book launch, you went to Chicago, Amber, so, if you're looking for someone to design your latest book or your upcoming book, or if you're just looking for a rebranding, Julian helped brand me from ground zero all the way up. She did my logos, you name it, everything that you see me put out there. From the World Wide
almost
Movement
everything, because you took over for some of those things, and you did your thing. You doing it, but I gave you that foundation, which I love to do.
Absolutely, and she is there for her people. So if you're looking for, a designer, transformational brand strategist,
that's it.
I'll make sure I get all those words in there. And she also teaches this.
I do. So one of the things that I get really excited about is teaching, right? So I taught at a university, actually Bowie State University in Maryland for a few semesters, and I've always wanted to teach. So I'm like, I want to get to teach at a university. Let's do this. So I was teaching the kids branding and marketing. See, y'all, I can't help it. I'm a dancer too, so she's
gonna dance in 1 second.
Automatic. I'm always dancing. But I taught because I always wanted to teach, and I realized after the third semester, I love teaching. I just don't want to teach at a university anymore.
Okay.
But what I am doing though is getting ready to launch my first comprehensive online course. It's called Write Your Book. build your brand, because I had so many people coming to me about writing their book, and people like Tanya, who had 2 chapters written, didn't know what to do next. So helping them walk through the process of finishing it and actually using it to build a brand platform. And I'm telling you, Tanya is like the best example of what happens when a client actually does what you tell them to do, which a lot of them don't. But she's the perfect example of that. I mean, she's like built this brand that has just come out of nowhere, has won all kinds of, she won an award for her first book, you all.
Yes.
Like,
self-published too.
Self-published.
I think that's why I cried so much on the stage. I couldn't even talk.
Yeah. But see, the key is, even though it's self-published, it didn't have to look like it's self-published.
No, it doesn't look like it's self-published. But
that's
that's because
the
of
key.
her.
That's
Because
the
she
key.
designed it.
So I want to be able to do that for other people. So in addition to doing my regular consulting work, I'm actually getting ready to launch a Write Your Book, Build Your Brand course. And you can actually check out the survey, because I'm still taking feedback. I want to know what you all want to learn about writing, publishing, promoting, producing your book in order to build your brand. You can go to bit.ly/write your book course. bit.ly/write your book course. Because I want to hear what you all want to learn about. So definitely check that out.
Awesome. And get down with it. There's so many people that tell me, oh, I want to write a book. This is the perfect time to do that.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And you're going to have an amazing instructor who has proof. She has social proof. She has proof. She has me. She has people like Amber Wright. She has so many people, Diana Ramsey, all these fantastic people that she has put together their books, helped us get our minds right about even the writing process.
That's where it starts.
There were times she was like, no, go back. No. This is not going to work. You know, and
I have
you
no
had
problem saying that either.
And you had to take that and take it to heart, because that's your baby. But when I know Julian tells me no, or do something over, or edit it or whatever, I know that she has my best interest at heart. And
Absolutely.
so it turned into an award winner. So
Yeah, it did.
I mean, she know what she doing, y'all. All right. So Julian, where can people find you?
Y'all can find me everywhere.
She's Googleable.
Google me. I'm playing for real. It's not even that serious. You can find me at Julian B. Kiganda, Kiganda, at Julian B. Kiganda on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. What am I missing?
Are you on Pinterest?
I am, but just not that
Okay,
active.
yeah,
you
I'm
know.
not either.
Yeah, you know. So you can find me there, and then you can also find me at Bold Fearless One, at Bold Fearless One, and that is my blog that's all about empowering women to walk in their purpose. At Julian B. Kiganda is all about teaching y'all how to build brands that are transformative, that are powerful, that are purpose-driven, and that are profitable. Yes.
Because we got to make that
Gotta
cheddar.
make that money, honey.
Gotta make
This
the
ain't no
cheddar.
hobby. This ain't no hobby.
it is not. Just ask my husband. He understands.
I know
It's
that's
not
right.
a hobby.
Yes.
So, Julian, thank you so much for being my guest. When we come back from this break, Julian is going to show us the Who's Shoes dance. She got her own theme music, y'all. Who do you know got theme music for their book? Okay, she just a bad mama jamma. So we're going to be right back after this break with Julian B. Kiganda and the Who's Shoes dance.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. vision, listen vision.
Hey everybody, this is Tanya Barnett, your host of the Tanya Barnett Show with my awesome guest and mentor, Julian B. Kiganda. So Julian.
Yes, girl.
Okay, we got about 4 minutes.
Okay.
So can you tell us just like 15 seconds about the song, the Who Shoes song?
So this song was produced by my nephew, Marcus Anthony. If y'all are interested in somebody producing your song, holla at a sister and I will hook you up with my nephew. But this book, we couldn't do a book without music because my sister and I both grew up on a stage. We had to have some dancing there. So that's what this is.
All right. So without further ado, we're going to do the Who Shoes dance. I'm going to watch first, okay?
No, you're not. You're going to do it right with me.
Okay.
She going to do it right with me,
That's
y'all.
what happens when your mentor is your guest. She just tell you what to do.
That's
All right. Here we go.
how we roll.
That was the Who Shoes book dance, okay?
That was.
I have a fantastic mentor. She is a fantastic transformational brand strategist. She helped me come out of my shell to be who I am today.
She's still catching her breath, y'all.
I am. Thanksgiving. It is still there with me, y'all, okay?
I am too. Girl.
So thank you so much for being my guest
This was
tonight.
amazing. This was so much fun.
Aw,
Thank you
yes.
for having me.
Yes.
I appreciate
All right,
it. It was
y'all.
so blessed to be here with you all, ladies, and keep following this lady. She doing big things, so keep an eye on her.
Thank you. And so we will see you next week. Make sure you follow Julian at Julian B. Kiganda everywhere, and she's Googleable. So look her up. Yes, and if you are an aspiring author, reach out to her. She will hook you up and your book up and your brand up. So peace and blessing. Love to you all, and I will see you all. I'll be a year older when I come back next Monday. See ya.
Tanya Barnett Show. It's the 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 Tanya. When we talk about real things, talk about life things. The 21st century woman gotta get right. Entrepreneurship, motherhood, marriage, divorce, dating, healthy living, and thriving, of course. It's the Tanya Barnett Show. It's the Tanya Barnett Show.
Hey there, this is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show, where we discuss the unique challenges of the 21st century